What's up, fam of liberty, and everyone else watching this video who isn't following our channel for some unknown, mystifying, stupefying reason? It's your boy Big Sarge, sometimes also known as Admin Tim. I am the admittedly and proudly foul-mouthed founder of the Sons of Liberty social media organization that's been steadily enraging MAGA fuckface ass clowns since 2015. If you saw us out in the streets at a protest for the first time or you're new to our channel, I know what you might be thinking, so let me go ahead and get this out of the way. If you know the words, sing along. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck MAGA traitors. Fuck these GOP politicians. Fuck these limp-dick establishment Democrat politicians that aren't out there in the streets fighting for us every day. And also fuck the billionaires. These fucking leeches that I like to call wealth hoarders that have their fucking boots on the neck of just about every American citizen. Neither this channel nor its social media comment sections are a safe space for bootlicking simps for a wannabe king, a Russian asset, a 34-time convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist, a Wish.com fascist oligarch, a failed insurrectionist, a failed businessman who has multiple bankruptcies and failed business ventures, a wannabe authoritarian tyrant, a serial philanderer, a self-confessed lover of very young girls, an admitted sexual predator, and a guy who was best friends for over a decade with a convicted pedophile. Plot twist, it's all one person. It's all in reference to that same person, Donald Trump. Now you know where I stand on things. So if you're still here and you're not frantically rage typing into my comments box like a triggered snowflake conservative who's ass mad about all the liberals using the same freedom of speech you praised Charlie Kirk for using, then maybe consider following the channel after you watch the video and deciding whether or not you like the cut of my jib. Next week, my upcoming live stream guests will be returning guest and Illinois congressional candidate Kat Abu-Ghazaleh at 7 p.m. on Monday, 22 September. And then on Wednesday, 7 p.m., we've got Brian Nathan, a congressional candidate in Florida. There is no Tuesday live stream next week. I can't do 3 back-to-back shows because I'm fucking exhausted. But Sarge, why? I'm exhausted because there is so much going on in this country, much of it stemming from Donald Trump's clownish, buffoonish, ham-fisted attempts to turn the United States of America into his personal kingdom and to distract from his dwindling public support and his scarce international support and his place in the Epstein files. Before I go into today's subject, we picked up over 11,000 new subscribers on YouTube alone last week, just last week, for talking about Charlie Kirk's murder. So I want to thank all you new people and welcome you to the Sons of Liberty. Those of you now following along are what I call the fam of liberty, since obviously we're comprised of both sons and daughters, and whatever the noun is for non-binary folk. Anyway, welcome to the fam. I'm your queer uncle Big Sarge, the whiskey-drinking, tail-chasing, crazy PTSD-infected veteran, the professional Scotsman who shows up to your family reunions and Thanksgiving, Christmas, Kwanzaa family dinners and makes people uncomfortable and hits on your married mom and maybe a really hot, questionably straight brother or trans cousin, I don't know, depending on the vibe. Who the fuck knows? I know I look straight passing as fuck and I'm married to a woman, but sometimes shit happens, you know what I'm saying? I'm the primary video content creator on the Sons of Liberty YouTube, and yes, these videos are primarily aimed at YouTube, although I do put up 1-minute shorts on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky as well to get people to watch the videos here on YouTube. On occasion, there's also content that gets cross-posted from our Whiskey Leaks team and Drill Sergeant Admin Doug when he's not busy cranking out content for his own political drain channel. I don't make videos every single day. I just don't have the time or the energy. Unlike other creators, I make all this shit up as I go along, and I don't have a writing team to create zingers and jokes. I looked into it once, but since I don't make any money, nobody wants to write for free, and ChatGPT is against my personal code of ethics. Anyway, that's who we are in a nutshell, and at the end of this video, I'll talk a little bit more about the Sons of Liberty hardcore punk band, which released an album on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, a whole bunch of other places, and is selling an album on Bandcamp. I will also talk about the shirts that I wear during my videos, including this one, which you can get for yourself in the Sons of Liberty merch store. And I'll be talking about how you can get further involved in the Sons of Liberty activism organization for those of you that are either A, capable, and or B, down to actually walk the walk and not just talk the talk. That's provided that we don't get shut down for being anti-fascist by the fascist Wish.com dictator who courts freedom-hating oligarchs. Which leads me to today's video. Finally, Donald Trump put out a post on the official government communication agency of the United States, his personal bully pulpit, Truth Social, where he often rules by executive order and Truth Social shitpost. He claims to have officially designated Antifa, or Antifa as the MAGA fuckface ass clowns call it, a terrorist organization. Which is wild because that essentially says that the United States is now a fascist country. Fascism is one of those words that gets thrown around a lot, like Nazi and commie and Netflix and chill. But a lot of people don't actually know what fascism is. There are people on the left who call anything they don't like fascism, and there are people on the right who think fascism is a liberal thing. Italy was a fascist country for about 2 decades under Benito Mussolini. It was the original fascist state, and Italy hung Mussolini from his ankles after they got decimated in World War II. For over a decade, Germany was a fascist state under Hitler's Nazi Party. Spain was also a fascist state under Francisco Franco from the mid-30s to the mid-70s, although it incorporated fascist elements alongside religious and conservative elements because they kind of go hand in hand. Fascism is a far-right ideology, plain and simple. If you're calling liberals fascists, then you're a fucking idiot. You're misusing the word and abusing the education that this country gave you. Please go outside and apologize to a tree for stealing the oxygen that it provides to you. Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, and ultra-nationalist political ideology. It can be identified by a dictatorial leader, as a dictator for those of you about to go outside and apologize to the tree. It often comes with forcible suppression of opposition and the subordination of individual interests to the state or to a specific race. Along with that, you'll see things like authoritarian tactics, ultranationalism, erosion or subversion of democratic norms, disregard for democratic institutions like voting, like ignoring Congress, ignoring the Supreme Court, ignoring the will of the people, and targeting political opposition with a variety of punishments up to and including imprisonment or death, usually without any due process whatsoever. I realized that the average MAGA Trump supporter wasn't overburdened with an abundance of schooling, so a lot of those big words are going to fall on the proverbial deaf ears. I own stock in 50-cent word calendar making companies. Sorry, the big brain on Brad makes you feel inadequate. I'm not going to explain it to you because apparently I can't understand it for you. As of a few days ago, Donald Trump has attempted, unlawfully and without the authority to do so, to classify Antifa or Antifa as a terrorist organization. This is fucking stupid because, first of all, Antifa is not an organization. There's no headquarters, there's no home office, no CEO or president in Antifa. There's no general with officers and sergeants and foot soldiers. There's no masked Antifa leader guy making videos in a cave or a bedroom and then sending them out anonymously over the internet. Antifa is a shortened form of the word anti-fascism or anti-fascist. Plain and simple, fascism was created by Mussolini in the early 1920s and spread throughout Europe in the 30s. But by the end of World War II, fascism had essentially been wiped out by the countries that defeated Nazi Germany and its Axis power cronies. The United States was one of those proud anti-fascist countries, the whole greatest generation, despite the fact that it had its own American Nazi party that was running amok prior to Pearl Harbor. Those of you watching this video who were born in America and are like second and third generation Americans in my age range, your fathers or grandfathers or great-grandfathers almost certainly fought against fascism. They either supported the war effort or they themselves put on a uniform. In some cases, it might also include your mom, your grandma, your great-grandmother, if she was a badass like B. Arthur, for example. The United States is, or was, an anti-fascist nation. It is the default position of every American who waves a flag, calls themselves a patriot, and defends the ideals of individual liberty for all American citizens. I am an anti-fascist, and so are most Americans. There's a small number of Kool-Aid drinking idiots who claim to love their country and love freedom, but actually hate that everyone has freedom. It's the sacred duty of every American patriot to resist fascism and to fight it. We literally fought this whole fucking war alongside of other anti-fascists to eradicate fascism. If you're not anti-fascist, there's something gravely fucking wrong with you. If you sided with fascism, then you have sworn yourself to be an enemy of the United States, regardless of what a rich coastal elite tells you to think. Donald Trump does not get to redefine what this country is about. He does not get to rewrite the definition of words. If Donald Trump is outlawing anti-fascism, then he is an enemy of the American people. And like I've said, once fascism takes root in your country and your government, you don't fucking vote it out of office. Donald Trump and his Gestapo goons, and by extension his supporters, are a fucking minority in this country. And try as they might, They can't kill all of us. I am an anti-fascist. Go ahead and arrest me for being a terrorist, because the discovery phase of that trial is going to be fucking wild as fuck. The resistance starts with us. You want to know how you can get involved in the Sons of Liberty anti-fascist resistance movement? The Sons of Liberty is organized into chapters by region and state all across the country. Please do not ask me in the comments sections or send me emails asking if we have a chapter in such and such state, such and such region. Get on Discord, because that is where our organization starts its base of operations. And for OPSEC purposes, I just don't respond to these inquiries in public spaces. I have a whole ass video linked right up there in the corner if you're watching this on YouTube. This whole video on a subject called OPSEC, or Operation Security. OPSEC is essentially the practice of denying information to your opposition, whoever or whatever that may be. So watch this video if that's a foreign concept to you. Maybe take some notes, maybe make changes to how you do stuff online. OPSEC is as simple as not having your Facebook profile posting public posts where people like me control you or use your posts against you to get you fired for saying shit about Charlie Kirk or whatever. It's also as simple as not making your Discord username your real name, or telling people where you live or whatever. Discord is where our fam of liberty is based, and it's how you also get vetted for Signal, which is a separate platform that maybe you heard about in the news because of Pete Whiskey Leaks Keg Breath. On our Discord server, you can organize with local fam of liberty for things like rallies and protests and bake sales. You can get vetted for Signal, which I mentioned before. That's how we coordinate protest actions and other things. Other things being like going out of state on camping trips. And for those of you who have mentioned in the comment section somewhere that you don't see our social media posts or videos, even though you follow us, on the Sons of Liberty Discord, you can get updates from our social media, which makes our Discord a little ping heavy, thanks to the webhooks that integrate our various social media notifications. But you can disable those in the channel appropriately named ping roll, because they all go to one single channel. If you're having trouble with Discord, we have a Sons of Liberty website, liberty1765.com. Admin Asia and the web development team have done a magnificent job of putting up very simple, very easy to follow instructions on how you can get on Discord. The invite link to our Discord server is in the Throatpunch at the end of this video and all of our other videos. That invite link is also in the YouTube and Facebook video descriptions and in the YouTube and TikTok channel descriptions. You can literally open up Discord and hit the add server button and type in Liberty1765. Or you could type in the web address, https:// fucking whatever directions, discord.gg, as in good game, /Liberty1765. On Facebook, I have a whole pinned post with our socials, as well as a Linktree page that has all of our socials listed there. Also on that Linktree is a list of places where you can listen to the Sons of Liberty hardcore punk rock album, Blood of Patriots. I'm almost 50 years old, and I've been in bands for most of my life. I play guitar, bass, drum. I do some screamo shit. I don't know what you want to call it these days. Fast spoken word. I don't know. Anyway, my favorite style of music is New York hardcore, a scene that I was involved with over the years in various bands. There's a dearth of fast, angry, loud protest music these days. Instead of bitching about it, though, I decided to do something about it. So the past few live streams, I've played the album before the start of our live stream, although admittedly the stream's compression rate sucks and it kind of muffles the music. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, go listen to it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, whatever. And if you like it that much, there's a Bandcamp where you can pick up the album for $10 if you feel like supporting indie music. If you like the shirts, like this one, or the hoodie that I wear in my videos, some of them, but not all of them, are available in the Sons of Liberty merch store. On occasion, our Etsy store does have products that are temporarily disabled because MAGA fuckface ass clowns report the content as violent or dangerous or whatever, so I often have to appeal these claims, and then I get the standard, we may take your store down for content violations if you keep doing it. So if you're thinking about picking up a Sons of Liberty shirt, or flag, or Big Sergeant Snowflake collector glass, or my battle mug, or fucking whatever else we got in there. And there's a lot, like shot glasses and shit. Or if you just want to piss off your bigoted Uncle Johnny, or better yet, give him one at Thanksgiving so he puts on a fucking Sons of Liberty shirt when he's spouting racist shit, and then you're like, you know what that means, right? You know who these guys are? Surprise, asshole, because I think that shit is funny. Anyway, you may want to go ahead and get your order in now so that you get it in time before they fucking take us down. Also, in the near future, there might be some Big Sarge Super Woke coffee. The merch store is listed in the link tree in our YouTube channel description and in the video description. I put up new merch all the time. A lot of designs and merch get added specifically because you request them. Like somebody says, hey, you should put that design on a hoodie. And I'm like, fucking done, fam. There we go. If you like our video content, we have a whole social media presence elsewhere on like 14 or 15 platforms. So we'd appreciate it if you would follow us on all of our other socials, whichever ones that you've got. The various socials that we have are listed in the Throatpunch at the end of our videos and the link tree, which can be found on the channel description. On YouTube and TikTok, we'd also appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like, and get notifications on our channel. It's a little bit of a different process on TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, you already knew that. You can help us extend our reach by sharing our video content on all of your socials. You go find the relevant Sons of Liberty account on that platform and share the content, including this video, because I've probably linked it there already. You can help us beat the algorithm by leaving us at least 7 words in the comment sections. 7 is the magic number for the algorithm to decide that your engagement on our content is more meaningful and thought-provoking than just getting in the comments and posting like, yeah, or LOL, or something like that. So therefore, it should suggest our video and our channel to people who watch the same things that you watch. That algorithm works on most social media platforms, so be cognizant of that on places where you support your favorite content creators. By the way, that also includes all the Groypers that got in my comments talking shit about the Nick Fuentes videos that I've made. If you are a Groyper and you're still watching this for some reason, you're still following us on social media, if you're in my comment sections typing, the algorithm is starting to show my video and my channel to people who watch whatever else you watch on YouTube or whatever. So when you're sitting there rage typing into the comments at me like I'm supposed to be offended that you called me fat or my beard is gay or woke or whatever fucking silly ass nonsense that you leave, what you're actually doing is helping me get my message across to people who watch the same shit that you watch. So when you're sitting there watching Nick Fuentes videos and Charlie Kirk videos and Donald Trump videos, and you're jacking off to whatever it is that they're saying, and then you see my video and you're like, I'm gonna go give this motherfucker a piece of my mind. What you're actually doing is getting my video in front of people who've been watching all the shit that you watch. So thank you. Thank you, haters, for making me popular even more. I picked up 11,000 fucking subscribers, and part of it, not all of it, but part of it was because some of you were so triggered that you got in the comments and were like, I'm going to tell you some shit. Meanwhile, people watching other videos are like, who the fuck are Sons of Liberty? Oh shit, why don't they go check this guy out? Thank you. From the bottom of my cold, shriveled, black little heart, thank you. Now, if you've watched this video all the way to the end and literally nothing that I've ranted about has stirred your mental creative processes enough to gift you with 7 words to leave as a comment, but you still want to help us beat the algorithm, then the phrase, I made it to the end, Big Sarge, is actually 8 words. So if you can't think of anything else to say despite all the rage bait, then there's a suggestion for you. That is my time for today. Big Sarge out here. Before I do though, whoosh, 2 claps and a rick. 1 team, 1 fight. Join or die. Woo!
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!